We will not be harassed. We want our freedom in this country so that we may fly the flag and say, free, 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 free from Palestine till the end. But we have a great job in front of us, my friends. Let's not stop today. Each and every one of us, let's go back to the towns and the cities and the villages we've come from and make sure every day of the week we stand out and call for a free Palestine. Thank you very much, my friends and comrades.
Affiliated with the Palestine Solidarity Campaign. And amongst you today, there are RMT members and officers demonstrating, joining us in supporting the demands of this magnificent protest here, the March for Palestine, end the violence, end apartheid. RMT stands with all those who call for peace, with justice and against terrorism. A just and lasting peace on the basis of international law and UN resolutions. Everybody knows what is being inflicted today on the population of Gaza is a war crime. Bombing civilian populations is a war crime. Cutting power, water, medical aid is a war crime. We all know that the UK government, by its words and its deeds, is complicit in this war crime. And our fundamental responsibility as citizens, as trade unionists, is to demand of our government peace, call for immediate humanitarian aid, call for an immediate ceasefire, stop endorsing war crimes. For peace, for freedom for Palestine, solidarity with Gaza.
Today, she's a member of the Labour Party's National Executive Committee. Please give a very, very warm welcome to Jess Barnard.
There are no words in the world that can articulate the horror that we have seen over the past week, and my heart is with all of the grieving families across Palestine, across Lebanon, and across Israel. And all loss of human life is a devastating thing to see. But the reality is what we're seeing now is bearing witness to one of the most catastrophic acts of violence in our lifetimes. While our governments are cheering along, we need to call on our government now to end their complicity and demand a ceasefire. On this small patch of land in one of the most densely populated places on earth, home to over 2 million people, home to over 1 million children, Israel has dropped 6,000 bombs in Gaza in just 6 days. And the number continues to rise. And that is equal to the number of US bombs that were dropped on Afghanistan over a year. Israel knows that they are carpet bombing civilians and that they are committing war crimes of collective punishment against Palestinian civilians. Israeli bombs have hit refugee camps, residential homes, schools, ambulances, and after demanding people flee the area, 70 more people have been killed.
Last Saturday, they told over 1 million people to leave their homes, and that if they did not do so, they would be responsible for their own deaths. The people of Gaza know that if they exit Gaza to Egypt, as Israel seems to be proposing, they may never be allowed back. We do not forget 1948. And so the people of Gaza are being given a choice by Israel: face ethnic cleansing or face mass slaughter. So the reason we are here today in Whitehall is because of our responsibilities. Our political leaders have not been sitting silent in the face of these war crimes. They have been endorsing them, giving Israel the green light to commit whatever atrocities it chooses. How else, friends, how else can you interpret ministers and leaders of the opposition telling us it is permissible for Israel to cut off all food, water, fuel and essential supplies to Gaza? And how else?
Showing them. We need to show them next Saturday and the one after and the one after that, for as long as it takes. So please, get home safely, take care of yourselves, and please, if you've got any spare change, please donate to one of the buckets that's going round, or at the Palestine Solidarity campaign stall just over there on your left-hand side, so that we can continue to hold these demonstrations. We can continue our solidarity work for as long as it takes.
Today, so what do you think about this march today?
It's very important. We need to keep marching. It's a change, and it's raising awareness as to what's happening.
Okay.
Because the mainstream media do not show it. It started last Saturday, and all we've heard in the news is Israel, Israeli casualties, Israeli children dying. But for 75 years, thousands upon thousands of children have died. Thousands upon thousands of families have been destroyed. Homes have been stolen. But yet, they're not talking about the Palestinian people. Why? We can talk about Ukraine. We can talk about other countries. But we're not talking about Palestine. We're not talking about Syria, Yemen, Libya. Why not? This is why we have to make the stand. And if it upsets people, it's good, because we're provoking a reaction. We want a reaction because we want people to know that we stand shoulder to shoulder with our brothers and sisters in Palestine. And it is so important, because right now we're going to go home to the safety of our own homes. We're going to see our children. Many mothers and fathers in Palestine will never see their children. They're burying their children as we speak right now. Fathers are carrying their lifeless children. I can't imagine what that's like. I can't imagine the screams of the mothers and the night terrors when they hear the bombs and hear their children crying for their parents. I can't imagine it. And this is why we have to make the noise. This is why we have to say, free Palestine. And we have to stand shoulder to shoulder with them.
Thank you very much. So how many people you think are out here today?
At least 150,000, at least.
So is this going to continue for some time to come, or is it only one time?
As long as there's breath in our bodies and there is truth and integrity and justice in our hearts, it will continue. Because that's what we're standing for. As well as standing for Palestine, we stand for truth, integrity and justice throughout the world.
Thank you very much for that. What are these pictures as you're holding here? You can see pictures of children here.
Yeah, it's been murdered by Israeli people.
So during this bombing?
Yeah.
Are they
shocking to that?
Are they part of your family members or?
No, Israeli people. But we are all brothers and sisters in Islam.
So these are Israeli girls?
No, these are Palestinian children.
These are Palestinian children. So what do you think about this war in the first place?
To be honest, I think it's unnecessary and disgusting. That's it, right.
Will you wish to it end, or what do you think they should do actually to end the fight?
I think
your own idea.
I think they should come to an agreement, because all the Israelis going out of the country will never happen. So they should agree and take some common land, like split it.
Thank you very much for that.